In 2009, Castries South was stored by a contingent from the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Works. 23 major projects were identified, such as flood mitigation in Banan, the roads in Goodlands West, and the rehabilitation of the Cicero playing field.
We have at least 16, in fact not 16, because by the time we get to this sheet we already have 20, and we have another 2 projects or 3 projects. So we have about 23 major projects from this estimate presented by the ministry to do works in Castries South.
And how many of them have been done to date?
None of them have been done to date. The only one, they started very superficial work, I must tell you. I thought it was going to be the roads in Goodlands West. I saw the ministry doing something there, and I was told they were doing some drainage, but of course that itself has not gone anywhere. None of them have been done.
In St. Lucia, too often do parliamentary representatives in opposition play political football with the smallest potholes, yet take no time to express gratitude for simple comforts afforded to their constituents by the same governments they relentlessly try to replace. But this Barack Obama-style visionary is on occasion seen on the nightly news thanking the Stephenson King administration for what little has been done in his community, something he continues even on the eve of general elections. Political ploy or genuine character? You decide.
This is one of the projects we had earmarked as early as 2007, the refurbishment of the Cicero multipurpose court. And I want to say that this project was undertaken by the St. Lucia Social Development Fund, and I want to congratulate them for having had the foresight and the vision to decide that they're going to put in some sort of money into a court that would take care of the young people of Cicero.
For 3 consecutive years, Dr. Lewis says he has been lobbying central government to allow opposition MPs to identify projects within their constituency which would then be recommended to central government for funding, and is pleased that this is now a reality.
We have a road that needs to be cut in Goodlands West. I have been asking about that since 2007. I just happened to be told that somebody is doing works in Goodland after the storm. Why? Nobody can tell me. I found out it is the Attorney General who is the candidate of the ruling party. These things are not supposed to happen. Any political party can spend money where it wants, if it is its own money. But government funds ought not to be put through partisan politics.
Cries of partisan politics are not only commonplace in St. Lucia, but can be credited to the state of the US economy as well. Shamefully, this phenomena has been used by either party when in power, a situation Dr. Lewis vows to change if elected and his party forms the government.
Works were done in Fuasho 2 days after the storm. Who you thought was doing it? Robert Lewis? No. It was put through, again, the candidate of the Workers' Party. And these are the issues, these are the things I have problems with. Our young children are going to grow up in a country where they think everything has to be done through partisan politics. We have to show our young people that there's an issue of governance. Whether you like Robert Lewis or Dale Carnegie, it doesn't matter. What you have to say is, he is the duly representative of the people, and you go through him.
The incumbent reminded the UWP administration and his opponent that many a government have not been re-elected because the electorate become dissatisfied with the vision and modus operandi, and this general election promises to be a lesson to myopic politicians.
You may have 2 persons trying to spend the same $5, but one of the persons may have a better plan for how that $5 is going to be spent. So I don't think people vote by how much the government spends in a place. If it was so, maybe Castries South and some of these staunch Labour Party areas would have voted otherwise over the last 30, 35 years. I don't believe that. I think people vote, a lot of people vote on representation. Don't think our people are not. Our people are very intelligent. Our people vote for representation. They may not always think they'll get what they want, but they know who they want to represent them.
Castries South is made up of 21 communities, with Cicero being the largest. From 1987 to 1997, this constituency had been represented by the United Workers' Party's Desmond Brathwaite. Credited for making the headlines as often as Paris Hilton, colourful and undeniably one of the most controversial MPs of his time, Brathwaite's contribution to the development of Castries South remains indelibly etched in the memory of seasoned voters. By 2011, Brathwaite, although not being disenchanted with his party, concedes that credit should be given where credit is due.
In Robert, you have an educated man, you have a man who has grown up around you, and I might just take it upon myself to say that I think most people in Castries South should pray that their children end up like Robert, from humble beginning, and look at where he is. He's Dr. Robert Lewis today. And I think Robert is a very, very good example for the people of the Castries South constituency.
Brathwaite is revered as one parliamentary representative who was able to excite the youth and maintain the party loyalists within Castries South. After years of consistent, selfless representation, he stressed that he has never asked for anything in return. In 2011, this is about to change. Die-hard Brathwaite supporters and all residents of Castries South are asked to take a moment to turn up the volume on your television sets.
My friends and supporters in Castries South, please, you have listened to me for 10 years in the past. Please listen to me as I ask you to go to the polls and vote with your conscience. Vote for a man who has grown up around you and you know, because of his political and religious background, will come clean with you. So go out there and do like you did for me and vote for Robert Lewis.
Having lived in Cicero all his adult life, Robert Lewis says he is pleased and humbled by the opportunity given to him by the voters of Castries South. He assures them that the trials and tribulations they have endured in the last 5 years will end soon, when he and the St. Lucia Labour Party is elected.
Well, at this point, it is now approximately 5 years I've been elected and I've represented the people of Castries South. I may not have been able to do a lot of the things that I planned on doing because either I have not been given the support or the opportunities have not been made available. But I can guarantee the people of Castries South that they know that I have constantly been pushing for you in terms of the things that I'd like to see, the basic things that I'd like to see: your electricity, your water, your roads, your children getting a decent education. I have done the best I can within my own strength and the strength that God has given me to do some of the things that I said I would do in 2006. I may not have accomplished all the things, or even 1/10 of the things that I wanted to do. But I want the people of Castries South to know that I have decided I'm going to represent you, and I have given myself, I now prepared myself for that representation. I mean, you can be clear that your parliamentary rep has never been involved in any particular issue of a scandal or anything, because you are my only focus. My focus is not Robert Lewis only. Yes, I have 2 kids that I must focus on, but you have been the focus of my representation for the last 4.5 years. And I would want to say, I want to advise the young people and all those in Castries South to continue to support me as I continue to represent with the best of my abilities.
Better days. Here goes my sister on the run. Nobody wants her around. Hey, see that youngster round the corner. Desperation fills his eyes. He can't get a job. Compassion give a father.
once again. He who fights and run away will live to fight another day. It's politics time again. Are you gonna vote now? You people need a car. It's politics time again now. Are you gonna vote now? Deal with love and not war. It's the right and it's the duty of my citizen to vote. Fire upon them constitution like time it need a joke. Fed up of promises and hopeless hope. Ballot box must be empty, vote house closed. No one arm, no one choose the color of them clothes now. But some just plain greedy. No matter how we teach, they'll forget easier. Look, it's politics time again. Are you gonna vote now? Deal with love and not war. We all shall vote, yeah, yeah, yeah. If it's Rasta, then talking. Look here, bloodshed from Rima. Down in the valley, yeah, me hear ya. Question has become a gunman compound. No place for people with citizenship, Lord. Them crying relentlessly, yeah.